Welcome, I'm Melissa Kaspern. Coming up on tonight's show, we have Mark Frank to update us on something new at the Park and Rec Center. We have Reverend Bonnie from the Congregational Church. And later, we have Jay Wyman with sports.
And I'm Ann Jay. We have segments about a new plant and garden store in town, Deb Moore with some interviews at the Winterfest, and a clip about an important fundraiser at Jasper Hill. But first, the news.
If your musical taste is jazz or rock and roll, show tunes, or golden oldies, you'll find it at the Holliston High School Department's annual Pops concert, Saturday, March 25th and Sunday the 26th. The high school's cafeteria will be transformed into an intimate cabaret setting. White tablecloths and soft candlelight will set the mood. Wait staff will serve you refreshments at your table. An elevated stage for the performers further enhances the cabaret-style experience. You can get tickets at the door or by emailing brittans@holliston.k12.ma.us. There are two shows, Saturday, March 25th at 7 p.m. and Sunday, March 26th at 4 p.m.
For those of you looking to do something with your children, the library has some great programs coming up. Movie night is Tuesday, March 28th at 6 p.m. Bring a blanket and pillow, dinner, or a snack. They will be showing Disney's The Hunchback of Notre Dame. French on Fridays is Friday, March 24th from 4 to 4:45 p.m. Listen to a story read in French and do an activity related to the story while conversing in French. There is also a library playgroup on Fridays from 10:15 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. for children up to age 5. You can connect with other young families, chat with parents and caregivers while supervising your child's play. Toys and coffee will be provided by the library. Don't forget to check out those books for reading at home.
And now we welcome to the show our new Assistant Rec Director, Mark Frank.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on. So you are new in the new Parks and Rec building. Tell us a little bit about the renovations going on there.
So we're doing a lot with the building right now. The elevator project is the big thing that we have going on right now, almost there. We're looking to hopefully update the kitchen so that we can get some cooking classes going, hopefully for the fall. But the building looks great. We're really excited about the new opportunities that the building is going to afford for us going forward.
And I hear that there's some new classroom space in the lower level as well. Correct?
Yeah, there is, and it's going to be great for us. We're going to be able to add a lot of programming, a lot of pre-K stuff type programming, some STEM and Lego type programming. It's not gym space, but it's great sort of all-around space that we can do a lot of different things with. So we're really excited about what's coming next. Yeah.
That's great. I have noticed a few more things, some more options in the booklet.
Yeah. So what are some of the new programs you can add now that the space is almost or on its way to being
So
completed?
Some of the things that we're definitely adding, we have a Bricks for Kids class that's coming up. That's a pre-K Lego sort of engineering class that we have going on. One really cool thing that I'm excited to be adding for the springtime is this class called hydraulic robotics that's taught by a man named Ed Harrow, who does these really cool things. He came in and he showed me that the kids are going to be creating these robotic arms that he actually had me playing around with it. It's a lot of fun. I think the kids will learn a lot, have a great time in there. We can also, it affords, the space downstairs gives us great space for some of the programs that we had been running successfully, like Viviana's Music and Me class is a big hit there. That's a parent and kid sort of music learning class. And we have hip-hop dance class that we do down there. We have all sorts of different art offerings. So there's a lot of things that we can do with the space that we're really, really excited about.
Now, you had mentioned some cooking classes. Who might be teaching those?
Well, I do have a little experience teaching cooking classes. I did it in Wellesley for a while, and I taught them in Weymouth as well. So I would be more than willing to take that on, but right now we're focused on making sure we get the kitchen renovated and ready to actually run those classes. And then when the time comes, if if the decision is made that I'm the guy to take that on, I'd be more than happy to do that as well. Yeah.
Maybe you should cook for us, and we'll.
Yeah, you guys want to judge?
We'll
judge.
We'll let you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Happy to do it.
So speaking of ideas for classes, do you take any input from the people in town? If someone has an idea for a class, whether they want it for their child to take or a skill they can teach, how's the best way to get in touch with you?
Definitely, if they want to. We're open to input. We want to use this space in the best way for the town. So anything that people in Holliston want to let us know that they think would be a good addition, we're willing to take that on. They can email us at holliston.k12.ma.us.
That's very
or
good.
they can call us at 508-429-2149. And we will gladly take any suggestions that anybody has for us, for sure.
Yeah, great.
And registration right now is up for all programs for the summer?
Yes, it's up for all programs for the summer. We're doing something different this year that we haven't done before. We're sending out a mailer that's going to go out to everybody in the town that'll have all of our programs listed. So I've only talked about a couple of the programs that we're excited about, but we're offering this rocket science class where the kids are going to be creating their own customized rockets and launching them off. I mean, we have a lot of really cool stuff. I wouldn't have time to talk about all of the great things that we have going, but when people get that, they should really take the time to look through it, because there's a lot of exciting information about a lot of things that we have coming in there. Yeah.
Sounds good. And then we'll also have all of our traditional kind of camps, Goodwill Park, Potoma.
Absolutely. We have some great supervisors coming back for Goodwill and for Potoma that we're really excited to have back. We have great candidates. We're sort of just getting into the process of interviewing and hiring the new staff that we're going to have on hand. Some of the other stuff that that people have come to rely on us for, that we're kind of expanding on, are swimming lessons. Now we're doing Parent and Me all the way to ages 11. So we've really expanded our swimming lesson options for people. And we also, I don't know if people know this, but we built a snack shack at Lake Winthrop.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. So, people come down there. It's on the Stoddard Park side. Ice cream, snacks, drinks, whatever.
Yeah.
It just makes the experience that much better. We're also redoing all of the tennis courts and basketball courts at Potoma, and that should be done by June 1st, so the kids will have great new stuff to play on.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't even realize that there's tennis and basketball courts back there. When the CPC gave the money for the courts, it'll be really great for this summer to see those come back to life, and
Yeah, it's. They're not just going to be back, they're going to be, it's a really great space. 2 brand new tennis courts. The basketball courts actually have 2 10-foot hoops and then 4 8-foot hoops. So it's going to be really, for all ages, it's going to be great. We're really excited about that.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like in just the short time you've been here, you've made a lot of good
I can't take credit for that. I'm still getting my feet underneath. Kristen and Lisa over there at the department are teaching me well, and I'm very excited to be on board with them. So,
That's great.
Well, we're happy to have you at Parks and Rec, and we're really happy that you were able to come on tonight and talk to us. And maybe we'll have you come back in a little bit once the beach is open.
I would love that.
Beach stickers. So great.
May 1st, beach stickers.
All right. Looks like we're in for some great things this year at Parks and Rec.
Thanks.
HCAT went downtown to talk with Mary Greendale, who has opened a new shop inside of Fiske's General Store.
Hi, I'm Mary Greendale, and I'm sitting at my store. It's a little corner within Fiske's in downtown Holliston, and I call it Mary's Indoor Gardens and Plants. And why a plant store? Well, I used to have a plant store here in Holliston 40 years ago in what is now Jasper Hill, the back section of it where the bistro is. And I really enjoyed doing that work until such time as I needed to make more money, and I went on a completely different trajectory for my career. But here I was, retired, and was not having as much fun doing grant writing anymore. And I thought about what did give me pleasure, and actually was going back to plants. So I decided I would try to find a little corner in Holliston where I could do that. And John Peltrinari and Carol Peltrinari were totally with me on it and completely embraced the idea and gave me all kinds of encouragement and so forth. So here we are, opened in November 15th, and since then I can say I'm very comfortable and happy with the way things are going. I think my favorite part is when I do workshops with little kids and we're building fairy gardens and I'm watching the excitement on their faces as something they design comes together. And I think that's probably the biggest motivation or personal mission for me, is to get people to really understand and to appreciate how great it is to have plants indoors all year long. Seeing as how we live in an area where you can't be outdoors planting during the winter, this is such a great release. And your house gets healthier because the air gets better and you feel better and pretty things bloom. In fact, with that said, let me just point out a couple of things. So we have a clivia down on the floor. There's one in the window as well. This is one of my favorite plants. It's just as easy, 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 and I mean that even for you people who say you have black thumbs. There's also a lipstick plant that's hanging and it's in bloom right now, and its little mouth of the petals actually looks like lips. If we had hummingbirds in here, this is where they'd be camping out. So succulents are really popular these days. Here's a little flat of a variety of them. These are generally tender. That means they can't stay out all winter, but I will have some in the spring that you can plant outdoors and will survive outdoors year round. The hope is that people will start to use succulents outside and use less water in growing in Holliston. And then there are terrariums. These would be little woodland gardens that are done in any format that you like. And then there are the ones that are done with succulents and cactus that are definitely need less care than something like this, but these are pretty care-proof too. Right now we've got St. Patrick's Day coming up, oxalis. And the fun thing about this plant is if it were dark, if it were evening, the leaves fold right up. They go to sleep at night, and then when the light comes back on, they open up. And then all kinds of small plants, bigger plants, and then sometimes I get really creative and I'll do some sand art and throw a plant in it and hope that somebody finds it as pretty as I had fun doing it. I love this one. This one's the leaves in this are translucent. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but you're actually seeing inside the leaf because it is translucent. Haworthia. This is an aloe plant. Every home is supposed to have an aloe plant. You ever burn yourself or whatever, just break it off and rub it on the burn and it'll soothe it. But these are called popcorn cactus. Now, I honest to God don't know what the real name of it is. I mean, these are just colored leaves if you want to think about it. They're begonias. They're very easy, but they're just a great color. And yet these guys are related. They're both begonias, but look how different they are. No matter what your desire, there's something that you can find a match for right here. I'm happy to special order if there's something you want. If you want a custom-made dish garden, you want a custom-made terrarium, big, small, little, or otherwise. And if you want a special plant that I don't happen to carry at that time, just give me a holler. Happy to do house visits. If you've got sick plants and you're wondering what's going on with them, happy to come and take a check and look at them and see if I can figure out if there's a way to resuscitate them. You can always shop at Fiske's at their regular business hours anytime, and they will just check you out at the register. But I am here in the shop every day for some period of time, and I am getting to the point now where I think I can create a schedule and be here on a fixed schedule, which I will post in the window and post on Facebook. I do have a website. It's marygreendale.com. And I welcome calls on my cell phone from anybody who has questions, if they buy something or are down here and they have a question. And that's on my website too. And I have a Facebook page. And that's where I will post specials and that kind of thing. You can sign up for my newsletter. Yeah, trying to do a little bit of it all. It's a small space. Changes constantly though. I'm constantly getting new stuff and moving things around. So come down and see me.
I stopped in to Fiske the other day and Mary was there and I was like, I have a black thumb, you're not going to sell me anything. And she assured me, even with a black thumb, she could find the right plan.
Just the right plan.
So, yeah.
If anybody can, I think it's probably Mary. And I know that she's taking questions from people that even if you don't buy your plant from her, she can answer questions about
how to care for it. Yeah, well, it's a really nice resource.
Yeah, she's fantastic. Best of luck to Mary on her new business. I know I'll be visiting real soon.
At the end of March, you can check out the Robert Adams Middle School play, Oliver. This musical is put on by the React Players Drama Club. There are over 70 talent middle school participants. Great songs to be heard include Food, Glorious Food, and As Long as He Needs Me. Beth Hecker is the director of the drama group. Kim Clifton is the assistant director, and Becky Waters-Avelitz is the music director. Tickets are $12 for students and $14 for adults. Tickets available at Jasper Hill Cafe and Coffee Haven. There will be 4 shows starting Friday, March 31st at 7 p.m., Saturday, April 1st at 1:30 and 7, and Sunday, April 2nd at 1:30 p.m. You don't want to miss Oliver.
Those entering Holliston via Route 16 or Route 126, beginning on January 12th, may have noticed striking new signs that were posted by MassDOT, District 3. These signs are to let people know that Holliston, as a community, recognizes, respects, and values those who have been awarded the Purple Heart for being wounded by an instrument of war at the hands of the enemy. The Purple Heart is also awarded posthumously to the families of those who were killed in action. The Selectmen, on December 4th, 2013, read a proclamation that declared Holliston a Purple Heart community. This was followed on January 24th, 2014, by a plaque being presented to the town by officers from the Purple Heart Society. If you did not watch on HCAT TV or attend either of these selectmen's meetings, you probably did not know that this happened. To bring more visibility to this, the selectmen were asked by the American Legion at the December 15, 2016 selectmen's meeting to allow the purchase and posting of 4 Purple Heart Town signs. The board unanimously approved this action. Through Representative Dykema's office, the name of the company that the town of Westboro used for their signs was obtained, along with contact information for District 3 of MassDOT. The result of these efforts is what you now see when entering the town from Medway, Milford, Ashland, and Sherburne. In recent years, the town has recognized the oldest veteran in Holliston with a display of a plaque and a glass-encased sword located in the hallway next to the town clerk's office. This past June, a POW MIA chair and flag display was placed in the foyer at Town Hall, recognizing the 91,000-plus POWs and MIAs from all wars.
We now welcome to the show Reverend Bonnie from the First Congregational Church.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Oh, so nice for you to be able to be here with us.
Yeah,
My
thanks
pleasure.
for coming in.
Thank you.
So there's a lot of great events happening at the church. Why don't you tell us what you have going on?
Well, I could give an advertisement for every Sunday morning, 10 a.m. service. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about was we have a healing ministry team at the church, and we do lots of different things. But one of the things that we've been offering at the church now is called the Sacred Chanting Circle. Mm-hmm. And you might have seen it advertised on I'm a Holliston Happy. And people see it, and they have no idea what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I saw it. I'm one of those people.
So can I talk for a minute about it?
I'd love
please
to
do.
hear.
We'd like to know.
Great. So people don't really know what chanting is or what sacred chanting is, but a lot of people know like what meditation is, right? And meditation, most of the time you sit quietly, you watch your breathing, and the idea is to connect you with stillness and to connect you with spirit. So chanting is kind of like meditation, but it's not quiet, which is why it appeals to me, because I'm not quiet. And so we're still using our hearts. It's using our emotional center when we chant, but we use our voice to connect with the divine. And so one of the things that sacred chanting does, and it's non-denominational, so it meets at the church the third Wednesday of every month and Friday mornings at 7 a.m. for early risers. But it's non-denominational. We use chanting from the Christian tradition, from Sanskrit tradition, from the Jewish tradition, from every tradition. So anybody can come. And what it does, so we're all energy, right? Everything is made out of energy, and energy has a vibration. And so when we chant, what people believe in sacred chanting is that it moves our hearts to move our whole selves at the vibration of love. So when a group of people is chanting together, what you're putting out there into the world is love. And that was the whole reason that I formed this, so that as a community we could raise our vibration and put more love back out into Holliston. And it's a lot of fun, and you get to meet people that maybe you don't know. Oops, sorry, I was told not to swivel, and I'm swiveling.
It's okay, it's you can't help it.
So that's basically, what we do at the sacred chanting, and we welcome anybody to come.
So do you lead the chanting circle, or?
So I formed it, but we share leadership. Like this past week, Todd Gurnis, who's a community member, came and he brought a loving kindness Buddhist chant, which was wonderful. We've had Joan Hill bring things, I bring things, but I convene the group. But really, we lead it together.
Right. So when you're chanting, are people thinking of something in particular, or are they just thinking about, I just want to create an energy of love, or are they chanting themselves for hoping for something particular? Like, I really hope that I could be a better person today, or...
So there are chants that have a particular meaning. Okay. Like some of them, like one chant I'm thinking of now, my favorite chant is that what the chant means, it's in Sanskrit, but the translation means, oh God, or Great One, remove the illusion from me that there's separation. And so the idea being that there's really unity, and we as humans put up constructs to keep ourselves apart from one another, but in God's eyes, there is no separation. We're all one. And so there are chants for joy, there are chants for abundance. So I think that when we are chanting, if people know what the chant means, they do have that in mind. But I think people come for a variety of reasons. Some for information and resources, some, for personal growth. And I think collectively we come, again, to try to make our lives and, the world around us a little bit better through the chanting.
So if someone's never been before, is there something they need to bring? Is it yoga mats or certain type of clothes, or just bring yourself and be ready to go?
You just come. We meet in the ladies' parlor, which has been redone, so we have comfortable seating. Like Todd brought resources with him last week. If we're doing a chant that's a little bit difficult, we'll have it printed out. Sometimes we bring instruments, but people can just show up. You don't ever have to have chanted anything in your life. Okay. And the good thing about chants is they repeat. Yeah. So if you don't get it the first 100 times we do it, the second 100 time, that we go through it. But we have people there who have, chanted for many years, and then people, again, who have never chanted before. And children have come. So all ages are welcome to come as well.
About how long does it last?
It lasts about, I would say, about 45 minutes.
Okay.
We usually come in, we introduce ourselves. Whoever is presenting or leading the group that night talks a little bit about what they're doing, and then we'll just go for it, and we'll chant for maybe half an hour or so.
Oh, great. Now, had you done this at another location that you decided to bring it to your church in Holliston?
Yes. Yeah. So I was a student at the Reese Thomas Institute, which is an energy medicine school in Milford, and I'm a teacher's assistant there now this year. And that was the first time, and that had like 150 people in the room.
Oh, wow.
And that was the first time I ever experienced the power of what it's like to be in a group. It's like praying, right? When you're in a group and you're praying, you can feel that there's extra power. And what I would say, when we've been chanting, if you were to walk in the room after, you can feel the energy. It is very calm, it's very peaceful. People are feeling centered and in a really good place. So it's also the kind of thing where if on the third Wednesday of the month you've had a terrible day, and you want to come,
that timing was by design.
Right, and you
Wednesday evening and Friday morning.
Start your day 7 a.m. Right, start your day off right. And that way, if you come and you chant at 7 a.m. and you get stuck in traffic, you won't care.
Right. Okay. That's perfect.
Which is great.
Yeah. Is it every Friday or just the third Friday?
Every Friday morning, and then the third Wednesday evening.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it sounds really interesting.
I hope that you'll come sometime.
Yeah.
We would love to have you again. We're open to everybody.
Yeah.
Great. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for coming on. It's always good to hear what's happening at the Congregational Church.
Great. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah. Thank you.
Outpost Farm hosted the second annual Winterfest on Saturday, March 4th. Deb Moore braved the cold and talked to some folks who came out.
Heartbeat of Holliston is at Outpost Farm today for their second annual Winterfest. Let's see what they're up to. It looks like a fun day at the farm. Tell us what you have going on here, AJ.
That's right, Deb. Yeah, at the farm here we have an ice castle, we have some hay rides, we have some hot chocolate and hot apple cider to warm you up. We're making fresh, hot apple cider donuts.
And I saw some marshmallow roasting at a fire pit.
Yes, we're doing s'mores, so we have some fire pits around to keep you warm. So
I'm here with Alex from Outpost Farm, and he is the baker today, cooking our apple cider donuts. And I have to say, standing here, the aroma coming off these donuts when they're cooking, it smells just like apple cider. It's wonderful, isn't it? I think you have the best spot right here. Tell us what you're doing.
So I don't have to do much here. We have, this is called the Donut Robot 42. It's an older piece of equipment, and basically it's designed so it's all automated. So it places the donuts. You fill up the hopper, and then it places the donuts in. They go along kind of a conveyor belt, and there's in the middle there's a part that flips them like a grate, and so it gets one side, cook it in the oil, and then it flips it to the other side, and then the conveyor belt brings it to the end, and then my only job really is to put some cinnamon and sugar on it and to sell them.
This looks great, and I'm going to sample one in a little bit, and I bet you they taste as great as they look. With the Rapucci family, and they look like they are enjoying this Winterfest. They're toasting marshmallows and eating s'mores. How you guys doing?
Good. We really like the ice castle, and we're looking forward to going on the hayride too.
Good. I was playing in them and sing them.
You having a lot of fun today?
I am.
Excellent.
Of course I am.
This is Deb Moore reporting for the Heartbeat of Holliston at the Winterfest at Outpost Farm, and I'm enjoying one of their apple cinnamon donuts. Good.
Good for you, Deb.
Yeah, I want one of those donut robots.
Yeah, I agree. I think that maybe we'll go in on it.
Okay.
And, yeah,
we can split it.
We'll split the cost and we'll share it. The event was well attended and lots of fun in spite of the cold.
An important date to remember is Saturday, April 8th. This is when you can bring your pets to be vaccinated. The cost is $12 per animal. This is being held at the Holliston Highway Department located off Arch Street. Dogs must be on a leash. Cats and ferrets must be in carriers. You need to bring proof of your pet's vaccination history on the NASPVH Form 50 or the veterinarian's form. The town clerk will have a dog licenses available at this clinic. Rabies is an infectious and contagious disease that can be transmitted to humans. If untreated, rabies is considered 100% fatal. Keeping your pets up to date on their rabies is the law in Massachusetts. If you have any questions, you can call Holliston Health Department at 508-429-0605. Remember to take your pets Saturday, April 8th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Highway Department.
The Senior Center has some events for seniors to check out. The first is on Thursday, March 23rd from 1 to 2 p.m. and is a workshop. This is put on by the Alzheimer's Association and will be an overview of dementia and related changes to the brain and body and how they affect safety. For those of you who enjoy history, Dr. Gary Highlander presents Valley Forge, The Crucible, Wednesday, March 29th at 1 p.m. Dr. Highlander is a professor of history at Framingham State University. He does many of these historical talks and is enjoyable to listen to. These two programs are free and you need to register in advance by calling 508-429-0622.
And now back to our show. We have Jay Wyman with sports. How you doing, Jay?
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good.
It's neighborhood block party here, right?
I know, it is.
I want in on that donut. Will you guys cook them? I'll eat them.
All right, that'll work.
Is that fair?
I don't know about that.
A couple quick things I want to mention. First, Tri-Valley League is expanding to a new team this year. Dedham, the town of Dedham, is joining us. And Dedham has been in the Bay State League for, 100 years probably. But surprisingly enough, Dedham is going to will be one of the smaller schools in the Tri-Valley League.
See, I was going to say, aren't they bigger than most of the schools around here?
No, they're really not. So in football, we won't play them because we play in the large, Tri-Valley Large. But in all the other sports, we'll be playing them. So all the athletic directors, including our own Matt Baker, are trying to work out the logistics of that for next year. So that's something busy for them. And then I also talked a little to Matt, and he has over 300 kids signed up for sports this spring. Wow, which is really good. So and get them out on the courts. The tennis players are out there, and of course the baseball and softball, and boys and girls lacrosse, and track, and
ultimate frisbee. I'm just throwing it in.
And ultimate frisbee.
I have one of those. I can't forget
I do too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my son played ultimate frisbee for a while. So I thought it's a really cool sport.
It is a neat sport. I like they self-officiate.
I love that.
Interesting.
I love that too.
It's really good. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun too. The kids get to play. So those are a couple of things. But the big thing I want to talk about today is the new basketball floor that they're raising money for here in the high school. Nice. The Friends of Holliston Basketball coordinating this along with some volleyball parents. The new floor is going to be a new synthetic floor, which is actually a floor that's approved both by the International Volleyball and Basketball Associations. So it'll be synthetic. And what they're trying to do is the school committee has given them the opportunity to go out and raise some funds on their own. Currently, they need $100,000, and they need that for the cost of the floor, the installation, and then the upkeep of the floor and everything. So on their way to $100,000, they're currently at $65,000.
Oh, wow. That's fast, because this hasn't been going on that long.
It really hasn't been. But I'll tell you, for someone who's been involved in fundraising in the past, somehow it's always that first $65,000 that's easy, and the remaining $35,000 is when it kind of slows down. So we can't let that happen. We have to keep pushing this and getting it. So how do you donate? Well, first of all, and most importantly, all donations are tax deductible. So in this tax season, if you guys aren't getting back enough money and you want to get back more money next year, the best thing to do is donate to this, right?
Yep.
There you go. So there's two ways you can donate. You can buy what they call community bricks. And you can buy either for $100, $250, or $500. You buy a brick. Now, it's not a real brick. What it is along the sideline of the basketball court, there'll be little blocks laid out, and your name will go there, whoever you want to donate the bricks to. Or you can be a corporate sponsor for either $1,000, $2,500, or $5,000, which I know both of you will do, the $5,000 one.
I'll write the check later.
Perfect. Save some for the donut machine.
Right.
But it is really important that we do this for the kids and for their safety and everything. And Karen Jewett is the one she's chairing this committee. In fact, I want to read the names of the people on the committee just so everybody knows. Karen's the chairperson. Sue and Scott Edwards are representing volleyball. Sue and Jeff Lynch, basketball. Nancy Powers, girls basketball. Rebecca Kasajian and Steve Snow are also on there. And one other thing I want to mention, because we're going to be on in time to do this, is next Wednesday, the 22nd, at Bertucci's. If you go there anytime between 11 and 9 and you buy dinner there, Bertucci's will donate 15% of your bill, excluding the alcohol.
Does it count the alcohol?
Excluding the alcohol. Otherwise, you'd probably pay for it in a couple of nights.
I know.
But it's a big fundraiser. So again, next Wednesday night, the 22nd, at Bertucci's. And if you want to make a donation, you can contact Friends of Holliston Basketball Facebook page or Friends of Holliston Basketball at gmail.com.
Okay.
So
is the goal to get this done over the summer before the next sports season begins?
Yeah, they will.
So they're really in a time crunch kind of.
They really are. And especially if they can, because for the girls play volleyball in in the fall.
Yeah. Right.
So it's important to get that done as fast as they can to get for that. And then both basketball teams, who by the way did very, very well this year, it'll be great to have them there too. So it's for the safety of the kids. And quite honestly, the other thing is, it'll be nice to come in. We go to all these other schools, and they have these beautiful gyms and beautiful floors, and we have that, I don't even know what it's called, rubber, whatever it is, something. Yeah. But it would really be nice for Holliston to get that. So Friends of Holliston Basketball, go to the Facebook page and sign up for whatever you want to donate, whatever you can give, and don't forget next Wednesday at Bertucci's.
Sounds like a plan. We will be there.
Sounds good. That's all I got.
All right. Well, we look forward to your next report.
I'll be back soon.
Holliston had a real treat on Wednesday, March 9th. Singer-songwriter Robin Lane performed at Jasper Hill Cafe and Bistro to help support her charity, Songbird Sings. HCAT was there to tape the event.
Jasper's in Holliston. We're doing a fundraiser for my nonprofit. My nonprofit is called Songbird Sings. I founded it about 10 years ago or so when I began working with women that had gone through traumatic experiences. So never thought I'd be doing that at all, because I didn't even realize that I had my own trauma. You tend to bury things. Violence had happened to me, and I just forgot about it. Started my band, Robin Lane and the Chartbusters, and then just put it on a back burner, but it kept coming up in odd ways, kind of like messing me up. What we do at Songbird Sings is run workshops where people can tell their stories, and I help them put the stories into song, which is very healing and cathartic for women, and they're finding a bit of joy which they might not have had in their lives. A lot of people that have suffered from trauma fall into a silence where they can't express themselves. They feel shut down, isolated, and so Songbird Sings and our workshops are actually giving people a really wonderful time to build community and to tell their stories in song. You will be listening to some of my old songs, because it's possible that a couple of fans have come out tonight, and I don't want to let them down. I don't know how to do anymore for you. And then a lot of new songs, and I'll do one or two songs from the workshops from the women. One in particular called Flying with Broken Wings, which was written by women in prison. Flying with broken wings, like get me out of here, but I think I've got a broken wing, but I'm strong. Is there a future for me? Can I change my life? I'm knee deep in my addictions. I'm torn apart and I'm full of strife. But everything I need to know is inside me. I'm healing the wounds and the scars. I'm gonna work real hard to find me. I'm gonna listen to my heart. Everything is broken. Can I mend these broken things? It's up to me to find a way out of here, to fly with broken wings, to fly with broken wings.
Look forward to seeing the full show.
Yeah.
She's very talented.
Yeah, she has a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
And what a cause to turn her
pain into something good
to turn
to give back
to something
to the
that somebody else could maybe heal from and benefit from. Yeah. The full recording of Robin's performance will be available on HCAT later this month.
On February 1st, nomination papers became available to run for an elected office in Holliston. Running for town office can be a rewarding experience and an opportunity to help your community. Holliston depends on its volunteers. The following is a list of offices. To qualify, a candidate must be at least 18 years old, registered voter, and collect 50 signatures from Holliston registered voters by this coming April 4th. Town election is on May 23rd. For more information, stop by the town clerk's office Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 8:30 to 4:30, Tuesday, 8:30 to 7, and Friday, 8:30 to 1, or call 508-429-0601.
Mark your calendar for the second annual Holliston Food Truck Festival on Sunday, May 7th from 11:30 to 3 o'clock at the Holliston Historical Society, 547 Washington Street. This fun and delicious event will take place rain or shine. Local bands will be entertaining throughout the day, and there will be a wide variety of excellent food to please any appetite. Tables and chairs will be available for everyone to enjoy the food and festivities, but feel free to bring a blanket to relax and lounge, which many did last year. All proceeds will benefit the Holliston American Legion. This food truck festival will include approximately 10 traveling kitchens that will serve a variety of menus. Last year, there were over 1,000 people enjoying this fun-filled day, so mark your calendar. More information will be available later this spring. For more information, contact Lena Arena DeRosa at linaad19@gmail.com or Teresa Lampkin at teresa448@verizon.net.
That was so good last year. I don't know if you went.
I didn't go.
Yeah.
I missed it.
Yeah.
But I look
wait.
forward to it this year. Yes.
Well, that's a wrap for this show. Let me remind viewers that you can watch Heartbeat of Holliston every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 7 p.m. on Channel 8, Comcast, or Channel 32 on Verizon. The show is also televised at other times. You can check the HCAT schedule.
You can also watch us on any electronic device with video on demand at www.hcattv.org. Click the On Video to find us. You can now even stream video on your phone. If you don't get email blasts from HCAT TV, you can. We send out announcements when new shows are scheduled to air. Please contact us by email at office@hcattv.org or call 508-429-8979. With an email blast, you'll never miss a show you want to watch.
And please keep sending your comments to hoh@hcattv.org. We want your news ideas, your photos, videos of interesting scenes, sites, and activities around Holliston. I think that's it for this St. Patrick's Day night. So good night, Ann.
Good night, Melissa, and good night,
Holliston.
Don't keep emotions